This is Unit 2, Addition and Subtraction. This is Lesson 1 inside the Math Journal. And we talked about this in class, so this is for anybody that may have missed it or needs a review before our unit test. If you are asked to use a place value chart in order to add two multi-digit numbers together, the reason it's asking you to do that is just to prove your knowledge of why we do what we do. Instead of just following some steps that we've memorized, we want to know why it works. So you'll see up on that top that there's already a place value chart that's put together for us. So you see what they did. They put 4 ones here, 7 tens, 2 hundreds, 5 thousands, and 1 10,000. Since we're adding, we've also added 4 place value discs to the ones, 5 to the tens, 3 to the hundreds, and 8 to the thousands. So if we were going to use this place value chart to solve here, we're going to do a lot like we would do over here. I mean, we would say 4 plus 4 because we always start with the ones. 4 plus 4 is 8, and we know we would put an 8 there in the ones place. The same thing here, though. We would just count how many place value discs we have, and we land with the same number 8. So then we would move over to the tens place, and we see that we have 7 here, plus an additional 5. Well, that gives us 12, which means that we can bundle 10 of them because 10 tens is the same thing as 100. So if we have 7 here, and we took 3 from here. If we took these 10 tens, and moved them over to the hundreds, we would have the same value if we just had 1 hundreds, because 1 hundreds equals 10 tens. So over here we would say 7 plus 5 is 12, which is why you hear people say we put the 2 in the tens and then we carry the 1, which is the typical phrasing that you would hear about that. Now we have how many hundreds? Well, we have 3 plus 2 plus 1, and that gives us 6. And you'll see in the place value chart we also have 6 as well. So here we had our 2 left, and here we have 6. And so our numbers are matching up as we go. Then we're going to add our thousands, and we have 5 on the top, and then we have 8 on the bottom. So 5 plus 8 would be 13. And I know that I can group 10 thousands and move it to be 1 10,000s, and that's what I want to do. So I'm going to bundle up these 8 and those 2. I'm going to cross them off just so I don't get confused, and I'm going to move them over to the 10,000s place, and I'm going to put 1 disc there because I don't want to take away 10,000s without making sure my value stays the same by moving it over to the 10,000s place. So if I look here, I've got 1, 2, 3 that's left in the thousands place. If I had worked this over here, I would have said 8 plus 5 is 13. Put our 3 there, and we're going to carry our 1. And then lastly, we have 2 in our 10,000 spot, and we have 2 in our 10,000 spot there. So that's where we see this place value chart is only there, not to confuse you or to make you feel like you have to add another step along the way. You're not going to have to do very many of these. This just proves your knowledge of why we do it. We want to know why we regroup. What are we doing to the numbers when we trade them off for something? So let's do this one together. Let's work together. We're going to add the numbers 62,814, which we have here, and 14,568. So we've stacked them neatly. Remember, we always want to stack our numbers to where if I wanted to make myself a place value chart on top of it, I could, and it would be no problem. There's the ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and 10,000s. That means I've stacked my numbers. They're all nice and good to go. if you are really being sloppy in how you put down your numbers, you're going to get the wrong answer. And the sad part about that is you probably know how to add. You just got mixed up because the numbers weren't in the correct place value. So just keep that in mind as you are doing your work. So we're going to do the same thing over here that we did up top, but now we're putting in the place value disc. We're going to put 4 ones, 1 10, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. I do always put my place value disc in groups of 5 just to make it a little easier when I do need to regroup. We've got 2 thousands and we have 6 10,000s. That's the first number. Since we are adding, we're going to also add in these as well. So we're going to put 8 ones. We're going to put 6 tens. We're going to put 5 hundreds, 4 thousands, and 1 10,000. And now we're going to use our place value chart to add these numbers together. So I currently have 8 plus 4, and 8 plus 4 is 12. So I know I can bundle 10 of them. So I'm going to take these 4 with these 5 and then that other 6 so that I have a full 10. I'm going to cross them out so that I know that they're already spoken for, because I'm going to move 10 ones over to be 1 10. Over here, again, we would say, oh, 4 plus 8 is 12. So we're going to put a 2 in the ones place, and we're going to carry our 1, which is what we just did. Now we're going to count all these together. We get 6 plus 1 plus the 1 that we carried, and we get 8. So we have 8 here, we have 2 here. Now we're going to go over to our hundreds place. We have 8 plus 5. 8 plus 5 is 13. So that means that we can regroup here. So since I have a group of 5 here and a group of 5 here, I'm going to group those up. I'm going to mark out my place value disc in the hundreds because I am trading 10 hundreds for 1,000. And again, over here, that looks much the same. We have 3 hundreds left. 8 plus 15, or I'm sorry, 8 plus 5 is 13. So we place our 3 in the hundreds place and carry the 1. And then now we have 4 plus 2 plus the 1 we added in. And so we now have 7 in our thousands place. Make sure I put my comma there. And then I'm going to add up my 10,000s place, and I have 6 plus 1, which is 7. So our answer on this one is 77,382. So that's our Let's Work Together. So if you're watching this at home or trying to catch up on some of your work, hopefully this helped get you through that lesson. You will want to complete It's Your Turn so that you can practice 3 of those using the place value chart for understanding.